Okay. The other day I had an altercation with my mother. She was angry that I didn't give her my social security card so she can use me for taxes. Granted, I've moved away, and there's still that urgency and that dependence that she has from in that she wants money. And this is the thing that irritates me the most, and I see this a lot with black mothers. Is that you raise your boys, your sons, to be to make you raise them with the expectation that, oh, you need to make a lot of money, and all that money better go to me because I raised you when I had nothing, and you know you will be an ungrateful little bastard if you didn't do anything. My thing is this: raising a son through poverty is not a fucking favor. That is not a favor. The shit I went through, that wasn't a favor. Granted, hey, there's a lot of things that, despite the situation, certain times, the mother wins, and hey, young man, son, you need to lower your voice. You need to give respect. My friend, she said something crazy to me. She was like, your mother could have aborted me. It was kind of struck me off weird because I was not an accident baby, or I was not. My mom, was married to my dad, and so there was no need for abortion or stuff like that. But it was funny how she might have assumed that my mom was just shacking with my dad or something. That's probably how most black people think they came about. Well, most likely because they're referencing themselves. But I didn't come up like that. I wasn't an accident or something. Um, I think from what I remember, my mom had a miscarriage the time before me, and I was the one that was successful and made it. But granted, my parents divorced, and when I was a kid, you know, me and my brothers, we were put it with mom. I don't know really what happened. I don't really remember the specifics of like who got the kids, or how my mom wanted. Or I don't know if my dad just said, whatever, you can have them," and then maybe he regretted it. I don't really know. But I remember in high school, my mom had a conversation with me and my little brother, but it was mainly geared towards me, where she was talking about NBA players, and she admired. Well, she didn't. She was upset. I don't know which specific player it was, but I think she was just generalizing shit. But she didn't like how some celebrity black men do not attribute to their mother. They don't look out. They don't look after their mothers. After they've you know they get famous or recognized. And I didn't know what she was talking about because I was thinking in my head like most of these well-known black athletes are mommy's boys, and they always look after their mom. They're always showing off the new house they bought their mom. They're always showing off the new car that they just bought for their mom. So I was really kind of confused on who she was even talking about. But I kind of rebelled, and I was just like, why am I giving you money? I was like, oh, because I raised you and I did this for you. And the thing is that a lot of these mothers, they didn't earn it. They didn't earn the respect of their sons looking after them. And this is why a lot of black people, a lot of black boys and men, they just say fuck the black community, and they leave their black mothers behind because They don't appreciate that stuff. They don't appreciate you, um, begging them for money and instilling to them that, oh, you don't have a life, and so your life is predicated. I gotta take this shit off. We'll keep beeping. That your life is predicated on um, paying me and giving me free money out of your expense. Like, my mom never thought about, the luxuries that I never had as a kid. I was never able to go on dates. I wouldn't say it's really because of her, but it was more of the living conditions. It wasn't, girls aren't going to be running to you in high school, if you don't have the latest clothes or whatever. But there were things that I wasn't able to have. There was things that weren't set out for me. When I was, like, a poor little kid or young adult in Georgia, I wasn't having the time of my life. I had to be in the back and not hang out with anybody because I didn't want people to know about certain shit. You know, I didn't have anything. I literally had nothing, and I was struggling, to find a place, or not like a place to stay, but a place to find a certain. Let me rephrase it. I was struggling to find my place in life. I was, because I wasn't getting opportunities, and I was seeing other people get opportunities that really didn't deserve it in my eyes, and I was frustrated. I was frustrated with that. I was frustrated with that shit. Um, the thing that I want to just kind of get off my chest is that black boys do not owe black single moms of this generation anything until we are respected and appreciated. Granted, hey, if I received that respect, I would have been like, okay, ma, if you need money, hey, I don't mind paying this bill off for you. You deserve it. Hey, ma, here's an extra 100. Go do something nice. Get your hair done. Here. I would have no problem doing that, being generous. You know, when in that position of, hey, I can freely give money out. But the issue is that I don't appreciate being burdened with this shit, and I've been burdened with this shit for like too goddamn long. I move out, and what do I get? I get, you're hassling me, you're texting and calling me constantly at it, and you do this on purpose to make it seem like, oh, he doesn't love me anymore. And then you come up with this shit. When you get mad, you bring up shit that doesn't need to be brought up. You have to earn the respect when your sons grow up. And that's the thing. Black boys don't want to be we don't want to be. We already stressed about money. We already thinking about it. We already hungry to make it. We've been in situations where we've had to sacrifice our freaking health to make the money. But we don't need your ungrateful asses telling us we don't deserve shit because we put you in timeout for once. Yeah, I said it. And I'm not gonna be that arrogant son that's gonna yell and disrespect. I'm not gonna do that. And I don't encourage any black boys to do that if they're going through the same things I'm going through. If you have to, if you feel like she's disrespect you, just cut her off. Just cut her off. Don't play her games. Don't play her games because she's gonna she's gonna mend you to do something that you don't like, and you're gonna become a person that you don't like. And then she will say the ultimate thing: that black men ain't shit. You're just like your dad. If that's a disparaging comment to you, unless your dad has been there for you, but you understand what I'm saying. You have to be careful with these mothers, and they have to be careful on how they raise their sons. You know, they're trying to make these boys into ballers and rappers and superstar athletes. You know, and these kids are only like 5 years old. I remember I was watching America Got Talent. I'm seeing a boy like freaking 5 or 6 years old talking about he needs to make money for his mom, and I was like, shit, this kid's rapping. I don't even. He didn't make it. I know he didn't win, but I don't even think he made it through the first round. But it's like, damn, that's an unfair burden that you put on black boys. You know, we're supposed to, you know, we're supposed to. This thing. Okay, it's still long. Like we're supposed to be your anchor, and we're supposed to, put you into the promised land. But yet you don't respect us. You know, the minute we can't judge our own terms. We can't even hold our own money. I don't need her telling me how grateful I should be. This woman literally wants me to apologize. For what? I didn't say anything wrong to you. I told you I can't even get into specifics, but she wanted me to mail something. I didn't mail it because I had made a copy and it was going to be mailed to her. And so, I can't really explain. I'm not supposed to explain it in details, but it's just an issue, a small issue, and the timing of something being mailed, and then it got misinterpreted as disrespect. And now she wants me to apologize, and I'm like, I'm not apologizing for it. You're not here with me, and I don't have to do it, and I don't have to listen to it. I never appreciated you disrespecting me or my brothers, and that's the thing. And you can run to your family, and you can tell those little bastards um, that how ungrateful I am. You know, but even with my dad, he told me like, hey, my dad reminds me every time there's an issue between me and my mom or him and my mom. He was like, hey, there was a house right there for her, and she could have took it, but she didn't want it to. She didn't want to take it, but hey, she wanted to pay higher rent for a small ass apartment, and this is what she reaps. And I know that when we send her money, it's not gonna last. You know, with her income, it's just freaking impossible. And I know that it's gonna get worse because she can't rely on the system to back her up anymore. And I know it's going to be a bigger burden, and she can't afford it, and it was a nice apartment, it was a nice neighborhood. It's just the city. You can't do anything. It's a large city, but it cannot function as a major city. That's the problem. It's a large city that functions like a rural small town, and people are not building, they're not doing anything to fix the problems of wages and the poor, and the invisible opportunities. There's no opportunities there, and all they can really do is just say, oh well, we're just going to expand on the vouchers or the Section 8 or anything, and it's like there's nothing there for people to do. And it's funny because I keep seeing articles about how bad the city is. I just read an article that the city um, has the worst, is in the top 10 unhealthiest cities in America. Saw another article a couple weeks ago on it's one of the poorest nations, the poorest cities in the nation. And I'm like, you chose that. You gotta take accountability for yourself for not getting a career. I was about to say job, but it needs to be said career. That's your problem. You came from a well-off family. Two brothers. One is a freaking life, sells life insurance or some type of insurance. I think he works for Geico or Allstate. I think Allstate. Um, and another brother is a dentist. Both of these men happily married and live in like 2 or 3 story houses. Been like a big ass house. They have like 4 extra rooms and shit. 4 extra rooms. This is a big ass house. All the empty space. Good grief. They made it, but for some reason my mom didn't make it, and my dad was telling me that was the problem with her because she didn't have any drive to do anything. It's I kind of have no sympathy for it because we live in America to where, especially in Black America, where we see the pushing of Black girls and Black womanhood and Black girl magic and how Black women are excelling in everything. And it's kind of funny because when I see that, it's like, damn, my mom could have been that person, but she didn't apply herself. Well, I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to end this video now. But these women, man, they don't think. And this is why your sons aren't motivated to do anything for the Black community. This is why your sons are not dating Black women. And this is why you have broken relationships with them. And it's not even just with your sons, it's also with your daughters. But that's another topic within itself.